Alright, we should be live. It's me, the big sir. Me. Me. Okay, we're playing some Assassin's Creed Odyssey Discovery Tour. Kill me now. It can't be that bad, can it? It can't seriously be that bad. With any luck, it won't be. What's going on with that? Okay, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Who cares? It'll be sweet. It'll be all good. So here we are in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Now look at this. What is this? Discovery Tour. That's what we're here to explore, innit? Right, okay, let's have a bit of fun. Into the Discovery Tour. Da-na-na-na-na. Be sure to give an apple of Eden for the teacher, lads. I want to see if they fuck history up. Come on, if they manage to do that, that'll be fantastic. I'll tell you what is looking pretty nice. That Red Dead Online update is 12 gigs. You know, I'm looking at it on PS4 now, and it's about 45 minutes worth because it's on Wi-Fi on my PlayStation because I haven't linked it up to the wireless. Sorry, to the wired. So it's just there. It's going to take forever to download because obviously I'm streaming now as well, so it shouldn't really affect it. But hey, 12 fucking gigs of game. Okay, that's a lot to add on top afterwards. But then again, there have been some 40 gig updates in the past. I just reckon that'll be a bit of fun to sink into later anyways. In the meantime, we've got Assassin's Creed Odyssey Discovery Tour to suffer. Earlier, I was streaming Greedfall and I had a little bit of a migraine going on. It's still there a little bit, but I felt a bit better earlier. So I thought to myself, I reckon I'll be fine. You know, I reckon I'll be okay. Hi, Ethan. Greetings from Greece. Hello there. What's this? Oh, I read a bit further than I should have there, and I'm laughing already. Painstakingly detailed? I think fucking not. Graphically detailed, maybe. 12 gigs, what the fuck? Yeah, it's installing the moment. Some don't. We get it. It's a cool intro, though. Discovery Tour by Ubisoft, Ancient Greece. What? Who am I? Why am I? Okay, so why are these characters locked? Oh, you unlock them through doing bits, don't you? So I can play as Cassandra as a pirate. I can play as Alexios as a mercenary, young girl, young boy, Anthusa, and Greek tough. Greek tough guy. I'm a Greek tough man. It's sweet. I am the Greek tough man. Look at me. Look at my fucking ears. What? 25 minutes? I don't want to do 25 minutes of this shit. It's me. Hello, sir. No game audio. Oh, shit, you're right. Okay. That should be a fix. There you go. Can I attack people? Look at that. Look at he's standing on nothing. We're kicking off. I guess we'll want to do this one to start, won't we?
Greetings, wanderer, and welcome to the Acropolis, the shining jewel of Athens.
I'd like to begin the tour.
The Acropolis of Athens is a bastion of
Rip stream. What do you mean rip stream?
of the gods themselves. Within this citadel, you will find many important sacred buildings, as well as...
I prefer a narrator as opposed to an NPC, to be honest. So hopefully we get a narrator as opposed to an NPC.
When you're done, come find me, and we can discuss the things you have seen. Farewell for now.
Oh no, that's the quiz that they wanted to put in there, isn't it? Look at those ears! Please be a narrator.
The Acropolis has gone through many changes in its long history. It began as a simple rock, was settled as early as the Neolithic period, and then became a fortress in the Mycenaean period. Stone buildings started appearing in the 7th
Look at how
century
painstakingly detailed it all is. Wow.
Remain visible today date mainly from a period of construction.
Let the education begin.
The location of the
Greek tough guy
is closely tied with Athens' foundation myth. Supposedly, it was the site where Athena and Poseidon competed for the city's patronage. This connection.
Cool.
The Acropolis has gone through and gave the Acropolis a sacred aura, and it was considered the religious heart of the city.
Okay, cool. That's pretty cool. I'm not taking any of this information at the moment. I'm just running about enjoying myself. What's this saying for itself then? I've been up the Acropolis. Is it any fun? Can't wait to get me some good old education. I love history. I don't like Assassin's Creed Odyssey. This is a mixed bag.
The temple can be traced back to the 6th century BCE, but the building itself was destroyed during the Greco-Persian Wars a century later. It was rebuilt during the Peloponnesian War. Given that the name Athena Nike roughly means Athena of victory, it was likely constructed in the hopes that Athens would win the war. Unusually, the temple depicts historical scenes of battles against the Persians instead of the more mythologically inclined art of other Greek buildings. The temple's
look at this woman just doing a bit.
Among the Athenians, and received a salary of 50
I've been up the Acropolis. Okay, cool. Quite good to be honest. They couldn't have gotten the lady from Hitman. Fair enough. I understand what you mean there. That would have been fantastic. So now I've just got to follow discovery sites. Discovery sites all over the world. Interact with them to learn more about ancient Greece. Oh! Propylaea. Propylaea. Oh! Is that a photograph? An actual photograph? Oh, cool. That's cool. We got actual photographs in here from real reality. Look at that. That's pretty cool. I mean, yeah, sure. I've unlocked Phoebe. Right, fuck it. We're done with the Greek tough guy. We're playing as Phoebe. Now, let's go.
The Acropolis was built up over a long period.
The narrator sounds like Karen Bowman from Ghost Recon Wildlands. To be honest, it's Ubisoft. They love reusing voice actors and things, so wouldn't surprise me.
This period was an extremely prosperous time for Athens, both financially and culturally. With a booming economy bolstered by trade and the Lavrion silver.
You'll find some characters in this game who are voiced by the same guy who voiced Cesare Bloody Borgia.
A huge project to rebuild the citadel. He enlisted the help of renowned artists, like the sculptor Phidias, as well as the architects.
You have to pay to go up it though. Ah, shit. Well, that's pretty dumb. Why is this a thing? History. Real reality. Yeah, well, not Assassin's Creed reality and not Ubisoft reality either. Real reality, you know? Because they don't have any clue what's real. Good old Ubisoft. What does Phoebe climbing... What's this? Oh, that's a nice little...
The Acropolis was...
The Acropolis... Cool. Let me build... Oh, look at Phoebe climbing like an absolute G. Phoebe is the master assassin. Jesus Christ. This is just too zippy for me. Jesus, she's fast as well. Look at her go. Look at how fast she runs, though. Because she's still running as an adult would. She's stepping twice as quickly. And it's hilarious. It is me, Phoebe. New Red Dead Redemption Online update. Yeah, I'm aware. I'm aware. That's stream later.
was the giant
It is
bronze
Karen Bowman's voice
statue
actor.
of Athena Promachos,
Oh shit. Cool. Big statue.
or Athena who fights on the front lines. That name was reflected in the spear.
I
and
somehow
shield
don't
the
believe that this
held in its
statue is
hands.
quite as
It was
glorious as that.
erected in the mid-5th century BCE by the artist Phidias. According to an inscription, it took 9 years to make and cost almost 500,000 drachmae. At approximately 10 meters tall, the statue
Yeah,
was
that's not the
apparently
real
so
thing then.
large that Pausanias claimed its helmet and spear tip could be seen from the sea near Cape Sunion, 60 kilometers away.
Yes, no.
The ornamentation on
At
the
10
statue
meters
here
tall,
was
that would
engraved
not
by the
be
merchant
possible.
Nice.
Do you want to see something that's 10 meters tall? That's definitely more than 10, okay? See something that's 10 meters tall? Maybe this and a half. That's about 10 meters. This statue's probably about 8. What's this do? Artemis Broronia. So they've made it massive in the game for the effect of it. Oh, this is cool. Oh, it's a statue. That's the actual statue. And this is the statue in the game. I'd imagine it more or less looks the same, right? Besides from maybe the fact that the statue's facing a different way. Is that for copyright reasons, or did they go, you know what, we'll make it slightly different? And the bow. Yeah, obviously, the bow. I guess it's a difference thing. What's this? Athena Ergani. Oh, Ergen. Ergen's what we're going to call it. I don't know. Ergane. Urgent. I don't know. Cool thing. That's a region. 11 tours. 11 bloody tours? Are you mental? Okay. In one region, that is. I just realised how big my forehead and... I just realised how big is my forehead and I was confused for a second. Okay.
A list of 4 girls was drafted by the Assembly of Citizens, from which the High Magistrate, the Archon Basileus, chose 2 to serve as Aerophoroi for the year. The girls lived in a house on the Acropolis. They were in charge of carrying sacred objects and weaving the peplos of Athena. The peplos was a sacred robe offered to Athena during Panathenea.
Is Red Dead Online cross-platform? I don't think so. But then again, I wouldn't know. I'd imagine not. Cool. Look at me zipping about. Meow. Rapid boy. That is me. What has this got to say for itself then? Altar of Athena. Athena Polius, fully armed in front of a small burning altar on the neck amphora of Panatheniac shape, attributed to the Princeton painter. Sounds like the name of a serial killer, doesn't it? The Princeton painter. Paints his victims in colours. I'm really interested in ancient Greece. I mean, I studied it at my first year of A-levels, and I was never too keen. That was more because the source material was just writings from like Herodotus, Plutarch and company, and it becomes really tiring when it's all just words on a page. I like how you mess up all the Greek words in your names. That's because I A, don't speak Greek, and B, don't expect the Greek words. You got to understand that they're not made to be pronounced in an English accent, are they? This game, quite like Rouge, had so much potential that it was called Rouge. What the fuck is Rouge? Did you realise that's French for red as opposed to rogue? R-O-G-U-E. But okay. Priesthood? I got the backside of a man. It's a nice time. What's this? Ah, that's not a priest. That's a woman holding a baguette. I don't understand what I'm looking at. I'm just... Oh, dude. Why do I have to go over the wall, though? Yeah, thank you. This is the tutorial, is it? As if I need one of those. Andor is hidden by Marcus. There you go. You did tempt fate. You did go for the... You did piss about. I did warn you before the stream. Are you gay? No. What did he do? Okay, yeah, no more trolling.
The Parthenon is
What's this? The Parthenon. Oh, that's a nice picture.
The Parthenon is one of the most well-known buildings in the world, and an enduring symbol of ancient Greeks. One of the most well-known buildings in the world, and an enduring
painting looked
symbol of
better.
ancient Greek civilization. While it is located on the Acropolis, the building is not a traditional temple. It was built by the sculptor Phidias and the architects Callicrates and Ictinus as a great monument to the glory of the city of Athens. That glory is evident in its many carvings. One of the most carved monuments in Greek architecture, the Parthenon's decorations depict several mythological scenes. These include the birth of Athena, her fight against Poseidon for the patronage
Look
of
at that
Athens,
penis.
the
Oh
gods'
dear.
battle with the giants, and the procession of
It's
the
like getting a
great
mission briefing in
Parthenon.
Hitman. I'm sure you're not the first person who said that. We're nearly done yet. I've run inside. What is this? Another oversized statue, no doubt. Oh, we're going to have to see what it says about the Zeus statue in Catalonia. Because I know that it's going to piss me off.
Statue of Athena that was considered to be one of the sculptor Phidias's
This statue did
greatest
not exist. We
masterpieces.
put it there
The
just for the
statue
effect
was
of the island.
Chryselephantine, a combination of gold and ivory. To justify the steep cost of its construction, Pericles told Athenians that the statue was a gold reserve, which could be disassembled in times of economic distress.
Yeah, that worked, didn't
Also
it?
allegedly contained a pool, whose main purpose was to control the room's humidity, which helped preserve the statue's ivory.
Cool. Well, I'm sure that works. So there was actually a statue in here which was like a gold reserve. Look at Phoebe running. I want to play as William Miles. Oh, you're still about. That's all I wanted from you. And then I have to be quizzed on it all. Even though I've forgotten everything. Because I've just been so distracted by the other bits.
Athens' treasury was located in the Parthenon, where it was believed to be protected by Athena herself.
Yeah, sure.
The treasury contained objects of great value, acquired from different conquests, as well as a mass of minted silver coins and various offerings to Athena. Pericles also decided to move the entirety of the Delian League's treasure to the Parthenon in 454 BCE. This was a great testament to Athens' power over the rest of Greece. The riches were divided into two parts, the Demosia, which belonged to the city, and the Hiera Cremata, which was dedicated to the goddess and only used for religious purposes.
Cool. Return to tour guide, who hasn't guided me on this fucking tour in the slightest.
And what did you think of the Acropolis? It truly is quite something, isn't it? A sacred sanctuary and an architectural marvel, all in one. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask.
Tour quiz. At the end of the tour, you have the option to take a short, light-hearted quiz. Right or wrong, your host will tell you more about each answer you give. I'm ready for a quiz.
You're confident enough for a test? Very well. Let us see how much you know. Which two gods competed for Athens' patronage?
Athena, it would have been Athena and Ares.
Not quite. Although Athena and Ares did fight each other in the Trojan. These goddesses were often at odds, since Aphrodite represented carnal delights, while Correct. It was
Poseidon and
most likely
Athena. Okay,
Athena who
there you
founded
go.
Athens' patronage. As for who won, the answer is in the city's name.
Pointless trivia.
On to the next question.
History, my favourite thing.
Who sculpted the statue of Athena in the Parthenon?
Phidias?
Correct. The renowned sculptor Phidias made the statue, which was considered one of his masterpieces. And now,
Fishy, how are you?
final question. Which king's tomb was believed to be under the Caryatid porch?
Perseus.
Perseus slew the Gorgon.
Leonidas.
Leonidas. Try again.
Melon.
I'm afraid not.
Oh, jeez. So it's that guy,
That is correct.
Kekrops, who was not
the
mentioned at all, or I wasn't paying attention, one of the two.
And his tomb was said to be under the Acropolis. It seems you know much about this place. Well done, wanderer.
It seems you know, that's all for now.
As you wish.
I hope you leave me the fuck
And
alone.
what did you think of the it truly
Let me leave!
As you wish. Hopefully.
I like how it's Phoebe in that image. In that image in the corner down, it's Phoebe. Yes. Pythagoras, right, fuck it, we're playing as Pythagoras, and you can't stop me. What horses do we have? I want my unicorn, please. I want my unicorn! Why do I have to do 150 of those things for the unicorn? Timeline. Herodotus. Bronze Age, Persian Wars, Battle of Thermopylae. Forgot you can actually visit Thermopylae in the game, can't you? But I forget where it is. I'm trying to remember, where is Thermopylae supposed to be? Oh yeah, that's a world map. I've seen one before, funnily enough. There's no tours on Kefalonia. I wonder the fuck why. Lightning Zeus. What about more answers to the Humankind Odyssey gameplay? Well, I went extinct on it and I kind of lost interest, so I guess that's kind of it. You're playing as the guy who made maths hell. Pythagoras' theorem is probably an easy bit of maths, though. Pythagoras made maths hell in different ways. It existed. It's the name. So we don't get a tour about lightning Zeus. The lightning Zeus is depicted as such to mirror the geophysical phenomena of Mount Inus, known for spectacular thunderstorms. Maybe just give us spectacular fucking thunderstorms then, as opposed to a giant statue that never existed. You know, just a thought process. Why must I throw myself off? Assassin's Creed. Honestly, that's a penis. North of Boeotia. I don't remember where Boeotia is. It'll take me a minute to find it, and then I'll... Oh, yeah, here we go. The hot gates of Thermopylae. I think Thermopylae is in Macedonia. I think it's in that direction, yeah. I remember that line though. They made a giant statue as opposed to giving us weather that represented like thunderstorms in this area specifically. Make an area unique, give it a giant statue for no reason. Everywhere has a giant statue these days. It's sweet. Imagine if the guy who made maths died before he discovered it. Someone else would have discovered it. In fact, it's never a discoverable thing because your brain does it even though you don't even know it. Yeah, lad, how you doing?
Welcome, visitor, to Thermopylae.
It's just Pythagoras. I would like to begin the tour.
Thermopylae was where a courageous group of Spartans stood amongst other Greek soldiers and held off the forces of King
Looks really...
Xerxes.
Cyberpunk 2077 looks really good. Sure does. The Twitter account has been tweeting out pictures, hasn't it, over the past few days of screenshots and that, and it looks really sick.
Go. We will talk later.
Okay, thank you, Leonidas, my sir. Now, what does this say? This is actually interesting, though, Thermopylae.
The Persian king Darius's cries of rage echoed for years after his humiliating defeat at Marathon. Even after Darius's death, his son Xerxes continued to seek vengeance against the Greeks. According to Aeschylus, Asia was emptied of all its men. Greek spies brought the news of Xerxes' imminent invasion back to their homeland. Afterwards, many discussions were had on the best place.
Don't forget to leave a like on the stream, share with your friends, hit subscribe if you're new, that would be fantastic.
The Greeks decided on Thermopylae. The area featured a narrow pass that could act as a bottleneck for the Persian army, negating their numerical superiority. It also offered naval advantages, offering the Greek fleets opportunities for flanking. 5,000 Peloponnesian Greeks set up at a fort near the entrance of the narrow passage, otherwise known as the Hot Gates. Leading them was Leonidas, a Spartan king who prided himself on
That was just a whole lot of
being
penis
a
I didn't want to
direct
see.
descendant of
Okay.
Hercules. Leonidas was accompanied by several elite soldiers who together made up the famous 300 Spartans.
Okay. You'll be a good historian. Maybe. Tour Station 2. Let's do this, son. Why do you have to show for job interviews anyway? I don't get it.
The Persian army arrived
It's just
in the
recommended.
summer of 480 BCE, preceded by a flood of rumors regarding their strength and numbers. It was claimed they consumed 6,000 tons of wheat every day, and that they dried every river and brook they passed to quench their near insatiable thirst. During their march to Thermopylae, the Persians faced no opposition, and in fact, increased their numbers further by recruiting more soldiers from other Greek cities and places like Thrace. According to Herodotus, the last count of the Persian fleet was numbered at 1,207 boats, mounted by approximately 240,000 men. He estimates the land army, meanwhile, was made up of more than 1 million men. The Greek forces at Thermopylae were heavily outnumbered.
Though that number is estimated to be an exaggeration. But okay. I think change the time of day. Oh wow, I can change the time of day. It recommends I do that, so I guess I do that. I think the actual estimated number, without exaggerating, was more 400,000. But I guess when you get to stupid numbers, it doesn't matter, does it?
Xerxes believed
What was your job interview?
that at the
Oh, I've
sight
not
of
done it
his
yet.
massive army,
So I'm gonna have
the
to.
Greeks
So I'm
at
gonna have to run a
Thermopylae
razor over this
would
again
flee in terror.
tomorrow evening, so that I don't have a bloody 5 o'clock shadow or a stubble.
The
'Cause by then I
majority
will
of the
do.
Peloponnesians
It's
wanted
already
to
coming back
engage
through.
the Persians on the Isthmus of Corinth. Leonidas, meanwhile, believed it was wiser to stay put in Thermopylae. While the Greek forces debated, a Persian horseman was sent to spy on the enemy. He returned to Xerxes with surprising news. Not only were the Greeks not fleeing, but the Spartans guarding the fort were exercising and combing their hair. A far cry from the fearful soldiers Xerxes expected. To increase the pressure on the Greeks, Xerxes waited 4 more days, then attacked on the 5th. The Persians faced heavy resistance.
Don't
and
look up
suffered
P
many
fetish.
losses.
I won't.
And Herodotus says
I am gonna look up
Xerxes
P fetish.
leaped
Oh dear.
3 times from his chair, seized with fear for his army. The following day proved to be just as difficult for the Persian forces, and the Greeks continued to stand their ground.
Alright. Battle.
The Persians seemed poised to be held at Thermopylae indefinitely, until an inhabitant from the region came forward with information.
Oh,
He
this
told the
traitor.
Persians of another route, which could take them around Thermopylae.
And attack from the back, which is
Persian
how they
contingent
eventually
was sent
won.
to verify the information. While there were Greek soldiers stationed to guard the route, they were forced to flee from the Persians. Thus, on the third day of the battle, the Greeks were surrounded by their enemy.
It's daytime again. So what was the point in changing the time of day? Me. I am Poseidon. Pythagoras. Let's get a lovely screenshot of Pythagoras for the boys, eh? Look at that dramatic screenshot of our boy.
With the Persians both in front of and behind them, the Greek forces at Thermopylae realized they had two choices: flee to live another day, or stand and fight till their last breath.
Very
Most of the
Spartan to
Greeks
fight.
chose the former option, but some stayed, including Leonidas and his 300 Spartans. For the Spartans, dying a glorious death was one of the highest honors they could achieve. The few members of Leonidas's Spartans who did not participate in the last stand at Thermopylae felt that they had missed an opportunity for honor and either committed suicide or continued living under the mockery and disgust of their fellow citizens. The Spartans' last stand was not only for glory, though. Had they not held off the Persians, the Greeks' retreating forces would probably have been cut down by enemy horsemen.
Almost everyone has fetishes, even lemonade coming out from our sub sandwiches. I'm a bit confused by that one.
On the morning of the
I'm gonna be
third
honest.
day, King Xerxes was assured of his victory. However, that victory did not come easy.
This is gaming.
King Leonidas himself fell in battle, and a furious fight broke out around his body. The Spartans fought to the last man, and when they had all been slain, Leonidas's body was brought before Xerxes. According to Herodotus, Persians usually honored the most courageous warriors, even if they were enemies. However, Xerxes was so consumed by rage at the Spartans' resistance that instead he cut off Leonidas's head and ordered it impaled on a stake. A statue of a lion was later erected on the hill of the Spartans' last stand in honor of Leonidas's bravery.
So they were fighting a losing battle, and they just went, yeah, fuck it. Sparta.
Though they were victorious, the Battle of Thermopylae shook the morale of the Persian army. They had lost thousands of men, while Greek casualties only numbered in the hundreds, and due to the sacrifice of the Spartans, the rest of the Greek army had been able to successfully retreat and regroup.
Okay.
As a result, even as Xerxes set up camp at the foot of Athens' Acropolis, ready to get revenge for his father's humiliating defeat at Marathon, the Persians were more anxious than confident. They were more aware than ever that the Greeks did not fear them, and were ready to die defending their land.
Absolute history. It's just a bunch of flags, though. That's all they're showing me in this tour, is just a bunch of flags and landscape.
In the end, the Battle of Thermopylae was still a loss for the Greeks.
Yeah,
However,
sure.
The battle gave the Greeks a boost in morale that carried them all the way to their decisive victory over the Persians in the Battle of Plataea in 479 BCE. With the war against the Persians finally won, the Greeks were able to honor the sacrifice of Leonidas and his Spartans with memorials and poems, forever solidifying the glory of Sparta's military prowess. The newfound respect for Sparta was noteworthy, because before the war, the city was seen as no more than a bully who forced itself into the affairs of others. Thermopylae changed opinions of Sparta for the better, and gave them a legitimate claim to be one of Greece's most powerful and influential cities.
Why couldn't they be consistent in the pronunciation of names, either in Greek fashion, Leonidas, or English manner, Leonidas? I don't know. I don't think they care.
I hope you understand the magnitude of the sacrifices made at Thermopylae.
Yeah, your head was
Without them,
sliced.
the Greek people would have surely ended as a footnote in Persian history. Is there something else you'd like to do?
Well, I get the notification now. Seriously, YouTube, why you do this? Fish is my favourite YouTuber, why you do this? I'm almost 40 minutes late. That's fine. I'm ready for a quiz.
You think you're ready? Let's begin. First question. Who was Xerxes' father?
Probably Darius.
Yes. One of the main reasons Xerxes invaded Greece was to get revenge for Darius' defeat at the Battle of Marathon. Another question for you.
Yep.
Which battle is seen as the final victory against Xerxes' Persian forces?
Plataea.
Correct. The Battle of Plataea helped put an end to Xerxes' invasion. One last question. How many Spartans fought at the Battle of Thermopylae?
Well, 300 Spartan warriors.
Yes, 300 of us stood against Xerxes' forces. You've done well, visitor. I have no more questions for you.
Oh, thank God. Take me to a random tour. That's all for now.
Farewell.
There we go. What do I get? I got Brasidas from that. Why did I not get Leonidas? Spartan education. The character, but this is the bit where it goes, you know what? This is the bit where in ancient Egypt's discovery tour for Assassin's Creed Origins, they were like, male and female children were taught differently, separately, and all that. But we thought it wasn't relevant to show actual history in the game, and we didn't decide to change it for the discovery tour. I'm expecting a very similar thing here. No, I don't mind the Hey Fish, do you like basketball? Yeah, why not? It's alright, I guess. I don't dislike it, that's for sure. That was actually interesting. Yeah, barring the fact that you were just staring at a load of flags. But, yeah, other than that, it was an interesting tour. I'll give it that. Why are you here? Why is Leonidas still?
Welcome, visitor, to where Spartan boys become Spartan men.
Okay, maybe this isn't going to do the same route. I'd like to begin the tour.
Pedagogy was Sparta's strict education system.
You're the 68th viewer.
Strenuous regimen
Oh no.
took in the young boys and then reshaped
I feel like Fishy should have worn a History is Cool t-shirt.
but the strength
If I had a History is Cool t-shirt, I'd have done it.
of a perfect Spartan citizen. I will find you once your visit has ended.
I like saggy
and
cheese.
we will talk further.
Indeed.
Until then, visitor.
Okay, thank you very much, Leonidas. What if I was Leonidas? Would he still call me visitor?
Sparta was a Greek city located in the Peloponnese. It differed from other cities of the time in that it had no walls. Sparta originated as four neighboring
Do you still hate
nations,
Syndicate? I don't dislike... Oh, I mean, I don't hate it, but I do dislike it.
and Cynosura, all of which
I wouldn't say I
shared
hate
political,
Odyssey particularly.
military, and religious life.
I just dislike
After
it.
2 wars with the
I'm
Mycenaeans,
playing this for the
city's
history and the discovery tour.
territory expanded even further.
That is all.
By the 5th century BCE, they allegedly controlled almost half of the Peloponnese.
Cool. Wonder if actual schools use Discovery Tour to
The
teach students.
Agogay
That'd be
was the
pretty cool.
military training
Maybe.
and education program undergone by Sparta's male youth. Grooming men for war was one of the city's main priorities.
Yeah, they did
Boys
do
began
that.
their training at the young age of 7 and completed it when they were 30. It has been said that Spartan infants were inspected for weakness shortly after birth. If they were deemed too sickly, they were thrown into chasms. However, this information remains unproven.
And is
The
likely
healthy boys
nonsense.
were considered suitable for training. When
There
they
might have
came
been
of
abandoned
age,
places,
they
but
were
they wouldn't have
removed
been
from their families and were placed into service
actually
with the
thrown off
state.
of something.
Their education
I don't
included
think.
subjects like reading,
Look at that guy. They're
writing,
going at it.
and
Just
music.
stab, stab,
It
stab.
was mostly focused on tough military exercises meant to turn the boys into efficient soldiers. The Agogay was divided into 3
The update's
cycles.
installed for Red Dead
One for
2, which is
boys
always a good
aged 7
sign.
to 12, one for adolescents aged 12 to 20, and one for men aged 20 to 30. Each cycle included different exercises for refining the body and mind.
I found the secret mayonnaise, my sir. This dog needs. I wish I could punch up the dog, but nah. So far, they haven't tried to cause convolution by avoiding a political agenda or a political controversy by showing actual
Sparta
history in the
played a
game.
large
That-
role in
that's
defeating
okay,
the
I guess.
Persians during
You know what I
the
mean? Like they
Greco-Persian
sometimes
Wars
like to
in
mix
the
it up to
5th
make it seem a bit more
century
equal than it
BCE.
was.
They helped
But then again,
King
Sparta was
Leonidas'
fairly equal back
glorious
then,
death at the
in
Battle of
its own way.
Thermopylae
It wasn't
in
equal,
particularly high
but
esteem.
it was
Because Leonidas was killed in battle,
it was a bit
Sparta
more
believed he
progressive than
died
other
a good
places in a
death and
way,
showed
if you
incredible
understand what I mean. But at the same time, wasn't.
qualities
It's
to
a
be
weird
held
one.
as a model for all Spartans. This idealized bravery was
A
embedded
free, hang
in
on
the
a sec.
city's collective
You have a free
memory
gift.
and was the main quality people strove for in the aggregate.
I'm looking at two things here. Cool. The Red Dead Online looks like it's going to be fun in a bit anyways. Cameron's down for it at about 8. So, you know, that'll be fine. Oh, what's this? Takeover series. I'm just having a look at this to see what I can find. Wow, there's some new stuff on that. Cool. Right, that's wonderful. I should probably get the... Okay, what's this? That's cool. I mean, there's a lot of dick, but it's still Alexio's Hunter. I thought that was cool for a second there, but it's not. Let's be honest.
The first cycle of the Agogay focused on boys aged 7 to 12. Each of the boys had shaved heads and wore light clothing. They walked everywhere barefoot, swam the Odyssey River all year long, slept on reeds, and participated in cult rituals for Artemis or Thea. The boys were grouped into herds, or agoli, and were supervised by older adolescents. Once they reached the age of 12, they entered the second cycle of the Agogay, which aimed to integrate them into the society of citizen soldiers.
Okay, that's fine. Oh, what's this? The young girls of Sparta participated in a system that was similar in some ways to the Agogi or Agogi, but less severe. They were trained in music and dance, but also running and wrestling. They avoided wearing jewellery and perfume, and in general had much more freedom compared to women in the rest of the Greek world. That much is something that I did learn in A-level ancient history. Lead figure of a woman dedicated to Artemis or Thea. I wonder if I wonder what they'll mention about the Olympics and things like that. That sounds like fun.
The Agogay's second cycle included boys aged 12 to 20. When they reached the age of 20, the young men were dubbed Erinez and could officially serve as hoplites
Mayonnaise.
until the age of 30.
Dubbed
Spartan
mayonnaise.
men lived in communal
Sweet.
mess halls called Suskenia. From the
I'm gonna
age of
pop
22
this
onward,
controller back on.
they were permitted to start a family, but 30 was viewed as a more appropriate age to get married. Spartan men
Shit,
served
come on.
in the military until they turned 60, when they were designated as elders, or gerontes. However, many were known to continue serving anyway, such as King Archimedes III, who fought in the army until he was killed in battle at the age of 62.
That's 2 whole years. Wow! Fucking inspirational. Back then, that was a lifetime. There's Leonidas just chilling there.
All Spartans participated.
My internet is down until
in
tomorrow, so I
meals
can just play
called
single player games,
Syssitia.
but not.
The
I'm not
attending
complaining. Fair
Spartans
enough.
contributed different kinds of food on a monthly basis.
So
In
you're watching
addition
this
to
on
a
data
small
then?
sum of
Is that
money
what's
to
going on?
pay for meat. Each man was entitled
So
to
why
one
is Usi a
portion of
data?
meal, with the exception of the kings, who received 2 portions. Syssitia attendance was mandatory for every Spartan fortunate enough to be
They were
part of the
certainly more
group.
equal than
The
Athens, which is
meals had
unfortunately
great
our prevalent
political
source of
significance.
information.
According to Xenophon
Yeah, I
and
mean, back then I do believe that.
Syssitia was designed to foster a sense of
I
equality
don't know. I
between
don't know. I
sexes.
remember hearing
It
somewhere
also
that
demonstrated the self-restraint
back in
and
ancient
moderation of
Greece,
Spartan
Athenian women
society.
weren't allowed to
But in
leave the home
reality,
without a male
the
companion.
Syssitia only
Is that true?
increased the
I mean, I don't know. I
differentiation
mean,
between the rich
I do remember
and
something along
poor.
those lines
Those who could
being
not afford
mentioned.
to contribute to the communal food not only missed their meals, but also lost their right of citizenship. All adult male Spartans participated in communal meals called Syssitia. The attending Spartan
Oh, that's cool. Is the Ezio collection worth it? Sure, it's a fun
As you
time.
have seen, the erogi was not for the weak or faint of heart, but it did its job in producing skilled warriors and shrewd citizens. What else would you like to do?
I would like the quiz.
So you think you are ready for a test? Very well. Let us see how you fare. First, a simple question. The erogi was made up of how many cycles?
3.
Correct. The erogi was divided into 3 cycles. One for boys aged 7 to 12, one for adolescents aged
I've got
12
evening
to
shifts at
14,
work rest of the
and one
week,
for
so I
men
get to sleep
aged 20
longer.
to
That's
30.
cool.
Next question. How many meal portions were kings entitled to at Syssitia? No. Yes, Spartan kings had the right to double portions. One final question. When were Spartans allowed to grow mustaches?
30.
Yes. Once a Spartan man was over 30, he was allowed to adorn his face with a glorious display of manhood.
Oh, why do you wound me? I've just shaved mine! You goon! That is all for now.
Safe travels, visitor.
It just said that it's a display of manhood to have facial hair, and I had to shave mine off for purposes related to seeking employment. I'm sad. Is it possible to play Alexios' mother in Discovery Tour? Hope so. Please. So I've got all these guys and I don't care. I want to play as young boy. Who's next on my... Where is... Don't put it right at the end. I'll be sad. Why do I... Why are you down there, though? Ah! Okay. Well, I'm sad about that, but that's fine. Where is... There's no... that's the Olympics place, though, and there's nothing there! Why? Okay, that's a bit annoying, to be honest. Because that's where the Olympics was held, here, and there's no tour here. Is that right? Is that the Olympics place, or am I getting that wrong? Is it over here? No, it's further back. Is it? It is around here, isn't it? The Valley of Aristomenes. It was. No, well, I'm trying to remember. Am I wrong? Was it over here? I hear it was. No, was it? No? Sort of, but no. I don't know. There's no tours there either, though, is there? Let's be honest. Maybe there's some... Oh, no, this is it. This is it. There is tours. Yes, there's Gods of Olympia. And there's the Olympic Games. Let's go to this one. Oh, I got that confused. Sorry, that's not the game's fault. That's mine for being a fucking retard. I put a spell on you. Binding curses were used to harm enemies or grave robbers, get justice, or attract someone. Why is it giving me, Why is it giving me tips for gameplay, though? David versus Goliath. Okay. No, these are just facts. It gave me I'm sure that was a tip of gameplay, right? There's no tips for gameplay here, actually. That's fine. The Olympics are in Elis. Yeah, that's right. I had to shave the beard. I was going for school. if I had facial hair when I was in school, and nobody ever said anything to me, because it was just a pedo mustache with some wiggly bits there and there. Bum fluff is what it was. Nobody said anything. But if you had a full-on beard, I'm sure they would have kicked off, and I'd been like, fuck off. You know, I'd have been like, no, this is mine. Hello, boy. What was I right about, lol?
Friend, and welcome to Olympia, home of the Olympic Games.
I like how the camera angle's different if you're a child. That is fantastic.
We're standing in the main section of Olympia.
What do you think of Origins Discovery Mode? It's a bit more simplistic.
Over the course of
It gave you the information as you went and showed you specific stuff as opposed to just slideshows and things. I think that some work's gone into this, to be honest. It's alright. It's a nice historical bit of... I guess it's historical entertainment, if you will. And I'm not hating this. I mean, I'm kind of invested. I'm enjoying just learning a bit of history about ancient Greece. I think it's a fun and engaging way to do it as well, you know, in a bit of a game with a bit of a different variety of source material. Considering I studied ancient history and specifically ancient Greece and ancient Rome at A-level, I failed, obviously. And part of the reason was because it was so mind-numbingly boring. Because it's so far back that the only real stuff that you have that you can learn from is reading... Just reading printed source material. That was it. It was just a big booklet about that thick, and it would just be go to this page and read all this. And I was like, nah, this is dull. You know, a bit of shaking it up. I think it's good. I think it's good in a lot of ways. So,
The first day of the Olympic Festival began with a swearing-in ceremony for the participating
Yay.
athletes, trainers, and judges. The ceremony took place in front of the altar of Zeus Horkios, or Zeus of the Oath. Athletes would swear that they would follow the Olympic rules, while judges promised to be fair and unbiased.
but
Then the competitions began, starting with a
I like it and
contest
respect it,
between
to be honest.
heralds and
I
trumpeters
respect it for
over who
sure.
would have the privilege of announcing the games. The first day's athletic competitions consisted of wrestling, running, and boxing events for the youngest athletes, aged 12 to 18.
I've got it. We're in a happy place now.
The second day began with a grand
I'll be right
procession
back.
into the
Enjoy.
Hippodrome to celebrate the start of the popular equestrian events. The most anticipated and spectacular
Those horses
of
are
these
saddening
was
me.
the quadriga, a 4-horse chariot race. Horse racing events were unique in that the winner was not the most skilled jockey, but the owner of the fastest horse or chariot. The Spartan princess Caniska once took advantage of this loophole to skirt the rule that women weren't allowed to compete, and earned 2 Olympic victories in the process. The rule also allowed for occasionally strange results.
I thought
like
her
in
name was like
416
Lysistrata or
BCE,
something, but
when
that's just what I
statesmen
learned in
Alcibiades entered 7
ancient history. It
chariots
might be
into a
someone
race
else.
and won 1st, 2nd, and 4th place. After the equestrian competitions, the 40,000 spectators migrated to the stadium to watch the pentathlon events. When the day's events were over, funeral rites were performed for the hero Pelops, the mythical founder of the Olympic Games. The night ended with a celebratory feast and a great parade in honor of the day's victors.
BRB, need coffee. 2 nights of 6-hour streams does hell to your health. Try 1 night of 12 hours. I've done that before. And if James was here, he'd tell you that he's done full 24 hours. I don't think coffee is really going to help you as much as maybe rest. Because caffeine and, you know, working that hard, 12 hours in 2 days just staring at a screen, very tiring. Your body's probably going to want to sleep as opposed to drink caffeine and stay awake, which is going to elevate your heart rate. Besides, it's past. Well, it depends on where you are as well, doesn't it? Am I the only one that still plays Origins? No, I fire it up from time to time and have a bit of therapy. Athenian women were permitted from contacts with any men they weren't related to, though I guess it was less restrictive in lower social strata. Had to this, that. Oh, it's a different path. Okay, that's where it started. Now I'm here. Going to every day for the photo mode in the atmosphere. I love the photo mode in Origins. I like the photo mode in Odyssey, to be honest. I can get a nice photo in Odyssey no matter where I am. Feels a bit samey sometimes, but I do think that there's some nice scenery in this game that you can get shots of. Whereas in Origins, sometimes it'll just feel a bit if in places. Here, I can get a nice photo no matter where I am. But at the moment, I'm playing as a child. Obviously, that changes things. What's this say? Elis is most famous for its sanctuary of Olympia, where the Olympics were held. The main divinity of the sanctuary was Zeus. Its main temple was dedicated to him and housed the famous gold and ivory statue of Zeus made by Phidias. Zeus was known as the king of gods and the god of thunder. One of his attributes was the thunderbolt, which was given to him by the Cyclops. The Cyclops? The Cyclopes. I don't know. I don't know if that's a weird spelling for it. I don't know. I don't care. I guess Cyclops. We'll go with that. The coinage of Elis is associated with Olympia, and Zeus is often depicted on the coins. They sometimes feature a head of Zeus, but he's also commonly represented by his thunderbolt, which served as the model of the region's banner, or his signifying animal, the eagle. Zeus's thunderbolt, reverse type of a data of Elis, struck for Olympia. Cool, that's pretty cool. That's a spear. Photo mode? Why are the photos stretched? Look at that. I mean, in the game, make it look as, polished as possible is my recommendation when making games. And one photo there is fine. The Minotaur there seems a bit thin. That one at the bottom there is definitely stretched. In the bottom left, you can't see the other two because they're at the top, the Minotaur and the other thing, but yeah, but that one in the bottom left is stretched as fuck. Okay. Imagine Assassin's Creed game in Norse mythology. I haven't installed Origins after I wiped my PC. I really need to reinstall it. Fair enough, lad.
While others commissioned poets to write them victory odes. Oral tradition was
love your vids. Cheers, man. I appreciate that.
These odes, called eponychia, were often composed by the finest poets in the land.
If I open my Red Dead Online chat, what are the chances that it's just full of people waiting for that? Oh no, it's relatively chill actually. As you were saying, love. Right, continue.
They were usually played at banquets and celebrations attended by the triumphant athlete or upon his departure from Olympia.
Pinnacle of Photoshop. The next AC game will probably have Norse mythology. If Kotaku's reporting it, then there's a very good chance. Oh, it's not the man with the fire over. Are there still vacant NPCs, though? Ah. And just like that, I've found one. Oh, dear. I'm not going to take any photos of that. Because that was just fucked up. Who can we play as to make this a little bit weirder? Go back to this. Be a pirate Cassandra. Why not?
The pentathlon took place at the stadium on the second day. As its name
There's
implies, it was made
That's
up
cool.
of 5 events: discus throwing, javelin throwing, jumping, racing, and wrestling. There are several differences between the
Cyclops
ancient
is
version
plural.
events and their contemporary counterparts.
Oh, so
For
Cyclops.
example, ancient long jumpers held
So
weights
just
in their
Cyclops
hands
is-
to give them momentum to launch,
Okay.
since there was no hand before the jump. Similarly, if an athlete
Or
won the
Cyclopes,
first 3
I don't know.
events, they were immediately declared the
Or
winner.
Cyclope.
Instead of being judged by their overall performance in all 5 events. Running events work the same as they do today, with the notable exception of all the athletes being nude.
Okay.
As for wrestling, competitors were not divided by weight class as they are today, but instead by age. The winner was the first to throw his opponent to the ground 3 times.
I'd have probably put it into a weight class, but that's
Day
just...
3 started with the most important event of the festival. A procession of Hellenodikai, ambassadors, competitors, and animals made their way to the great altar in front of the Temple of Zeus. The animals were then offered as the official sacrifice of the festival. The afternoon of day 3 was dedicated to foot racing events. Running was the oldest event of the Games, and in fact was the only event at the first Olympics. The main race was called the Stadion, which was a sprint of around 180 meters. The winner was granted the honor of lending his name to the 4-year period between the Games. This period was known as the Olympiad. The 4 years that followed the first Games in 776 BCE were known as the Olympiad of Coroebus of Elis, the first Olympic champion. Once all the competitions were over, a public banquet was held in the Parthenon to celebrate the day's victors.
Is that wrestling practice or how to hug immensely and aggressively? I guess both. Loading screen.
Day 4 was mainly for combat events. Wrestling matches were held in the morning, followed by boxing and pankration. Pankration was a no-holds-barred mix between wrestling and boxing. Almost all moves were permitted, except for biting, poking the eyes or mouth, and striking the genitals. The event was very
That's an easy takedown. That'll
it was
probably
seen
be
as the
right.
ultimate expression of strength.
So you can't poke the eyes, you can't bite,
Later on in the afternoon, there
and you
was a
can't
unique
kick someone in the
racing
balls.
event called the Hoplitodromos,
Where's the
a
fun in
race
it then?
armor. In this event, competitors
Can you
wore a
poke someone
helmet
in the
and
balls?
held a shield
No, you can't.
to simulate running in the battlefield.
I like the purple, but then again, that was in the game.
Kai, or judges of the Greeks, were both the game's adjudicators and their organizers.
That's cool.
They hailed from Elis, the city in charge of the sanctuary of Olympia, and new judges were elected each Olympiad. They had several responsibilities. Before the games started, they decided which athletes would be allowed to compete and supervise their training. They also drew lots to make the competition brackets. During the games themselves, they picked the winners and kept an eye out for foul play. For the latter, they were assisted by stick and whip-wielding umpires who stood near the athletes and punished them if they were caught cheating.
Is it? Never said you can kick him in the balls. Never said you can't pull him. Oh, that makes it all fine. What's this? Organization. Learn more. Okay. Until up to 584 to 580 BCE, the Olympic Games were organized by the Oxylides, an aristocratic family from the city of Elis, or Elis. I don't really know. I'm trying my hardest here. Greek people, don't kill me. Over time, however, the family seemingly died out, and the responsibility of organising the games passed on to other members of the Elean aristocracy who were chosen randomly by lot. The first organisers of the games were originally called Agonthetae, or literally those who held the games, but their name was eventually changed to Hellenodicae, or Hellenodiki. Okay, you'll probably notice that I tried to pronounce that several times, but you will notice that if you googled it, all of those pronunciations will be wrong. Image description: Agonthetes crowning an athlete seen from a red figure cup. Pretty cool. You know, if I was playing the actual game, I'd have flying kicked somebody by now, but I guess that's just not allowed. It is me, the eagle-bearing Cassandra. Hello, Epic Gamer. How you doing, lad? Gaming. What I miss right now is Greedfall, but I want to play Red Dead Online later. And I also farted. You're welcome.
Victory in Olympia was one of the most prestigious honors in all of Greece. Not only would victors be showered in glory in their home city, but their names
Good
would be
morning,
known
gamers.
across
Good morning,
Greece.
sir.
The temptation to glory led some athletes to break their oath to Zeus and cheat.
That's
this
good.
could be dangerous, as there were many possible punishments should cheaters be caught. They could be disqualified and fined, or if they were caught cheating during a match, they would be beaten by nearby umpires. The most powerful deterrent of cheating, however, was shame.
Oh, you
At
get
the
shamed
Thermopylae
either way, don't you?
Acropolis,
Harper, what you rate this game out of 10? What?
were a
The
group of
base
bronze
game?
statues called Zanes.
In my review, I gave it a 7, which I think is
These
incredibly
statues
generous.
were inscribed
But
with
this
names of the
Discovery tour, I
cheating
couldn't tell you.
athletes, how they cheated, and the fine that was imposed. The Zanes, which were
I think
cheaters'
it-
fines, were strategically placed to be.
Sorry. In my sort of ratings thing, 7 just strikes me as it's just a game that you can put an argument for, but I don't know. If I was to go back after all the DLCs and that, it'll probably go down to like a 5. But this so far is all right.
Individuals or even entire cities could be found guilty of cheating.
Do you live in America? No. I don't know why I had to think about that, but I think it was just I don't live in America. No, I live in the United Kingdom, and hopefully my accent gave it away. And if it didn't, then I've got some work to do. Do you smoke as well as vape? Nah. I just ruined my lungs for fun. Red Dead and Odyssey Discovery Mode, full history themed stream, I guess. Yeah, well, we were playing Greedfall earlier as well. Some of you guys should show up for those streams, because if you like... Sorry. If you like games in Odyssey sort of style, I mean, not necessarily the style, but if you like RPGs, you know, Greedfall's really good. No, I've played a couple streams, so that's 4 hours worth, and I'm going to play more of it soon. I'm really enjoying it, and I like for more of you guys to show up to that. So if you want to, then you know, just pop on in when you see me playing it.
It was also used to stage the grand banquet held on the evening of the third day to honor victors. It also had a sacred function. Its central
UK gamers
was the
unite.
location of the fire of Hestia, a sacred flame that burned day and night. This
Can you buy
fire
outfits in the
was used to
store?
light the
I have
other
no
altars
clue.
around the
What, in Red
sanctuary.
Dead Online?
This practice
Or
may
do you mean
partially
this?
inspired
Because
modern
that sounds like a
tradition
question for
of
Red Dead
carrying the
Online.
Olympic torch.
Sorry, I'm just tired. It's been a long day. In this, I guess I don't know. I can't remember. In the game store, yeah, I think you can. But then again, I haven't really bought anything from that besides from a Pegasus.
Hello again! I hope you enjoyed your visit. With their spectacular events and lavish banquets, the Olympic Games were a feast for the senses. I am certain even Zeus himself...
Can you turn down your accent for videos and streams? Do you turn down your accent for videos and streams? Maybe a little bit. I don't know. I like to go to a more basic accent when I'm making videos. When I'm streaming, sometimes it comes out a bit, but I've got like a bit of a hybrid accent between Mancunian, Southern, and the tiniest hint of West Country. So sometimes that comes out on stream, but not usually in videos. I like to go for a more basic accent because people go, "This accent's fucking annoying," and I'm like, "I'm sorry, sir. I'm just a unique man." And everyone goes, "Nah." But you know, if I'm making a montage, it doesn't matter much. But if it's like a Red Dead mystery video, I guess the basic sort of accent works best for me there. Mostly in Uplay rewards. Oh, okay. Does Odyssey's Discovery Tour hide from certain topics of the base game, such as the treatment of women? No! So far, it hasn't. But, I mean, I'll have to go to Athens to see that sort of stuff, because that's kind of where it goes, isn't it, really? Let's be honest. Preparation, that's cool. So I guess we should go to Athens and see what we can find then, because... Hang on, let's have a look at the district. Shall I complete a district? Well, since we're here, we might as well complete the district. So far, so good with this Discovery Tour, though. It's telling you the history. That's all it needs to do. And I'm sorry that I'm talking over some of it, but I guess you can play it in your own time if you want to experience the actual history as opposed to my thoughts on what's being said and things. I'm Scottish, Welsh, English, Japanese, and American, like pick and mix, lol. When I'm pissed off or game raging, my Scottish comes through. A lot, I'm told. Oh, no. Just imagining that. I can't do a Scottish accent. I can't really do a Scottish accent very well, but my mate Brad can. And he's really good at it, and it's kind of petrifying. Do you live in London? Funnily enough, there is more to the United Kingdom than London. No. I live near a different city that should be just as famous. Maybe not quite as famous. It should be just as famous, actually.
King of the gods. It had close connections to the
What, Big Dave? He's a bot. Big Dave is a bot, yeah.
I'll come
Yeah, you're just
find
spamming
you
that warning
when
thing of
you're done,
yours.
And we can talk about what you've learned.
He's just trying to remind you that Big Dave is the law. What flavour vape are you plaguing your lungs with, my friend? Ooh, okay. It's a strawberry sort of thing. Bit sweet for my taste, but it's what I got to hand. And it's only 3 mg, so it's sweet, you know? Limited nicotine is the life. I've got to clean my fingernails. I get dirt under them a lot. It's just weird. We shouldn't be doing that. Because what happens is, sometimes I just forget to cut them for a while. I forget to trim them because I bite them so often. I'm like, shit, it's fine. But then I'm like, oh god, they're getting messy. Ugh, it's disgusting. I'm gonna sort that out. Manchester. There you go. Figured that one out quick, didn't you? I also said I had a hybrid Mancunian West Country Southern accent, so yeah, it was gonna be Manchester, wasn't it? I live in Southampton. That's cool. Southampton's cool. I have a brother who lives near Southampton. And yeah, raises his kids there. He likes it. It's great.
Archaeologists have also discovered lots of ancient materials in the surrounding area, such as casting molds and sculpting.
That's a statue being sculpted, and obviously they prioritize the penis.
Bearing an inscription that aggressively states, "I belong to Phidias."
How do you aggressively state that? City or United? Neither, really. If either team's playing, I'll root for them. It's that simple. But I support a League 2 side called Exeter City.
On the 5th and final day of the Olympic Games, victors attended a ceremony where they were crowned with olive wreaths and showered in flowers.
I'm currently in gay old Brighton. What's wrong with Brighton?
Tree of Zeus, which was planted near the god's temple. A young boy
Your favourite team, Manchester City. They're a good team, Manchester City.
To turn into wreaths.
You live in Leeds. That's cool as well.
After the crowning ceremony,
I have a few friends who head down that way for that music thing. And things when that's on. Thanks for streaming the tour, Fishy. It was curious. Good night, guys. Cheers. Alright, take care of yourself. Danila Likachev, or Likachev, however you pronounce that. I apologise for the offence that might have been caused by my terrible pronunciation. However, thank you for swinging on by, and see you soon. You're a City fan as well. Manchester City is a great team. Didn't they do a treble last year and just, you know, they got the FA Cup, the other thing, and whatever it was, I forget what it's called, and the Premier League, and that's great.
was both a legendary Greek hero and
I meant in a good way. I am a gay guy myself, love. Fair enough.
According to legend, Pelops fell in love with the beautiful Hippodamia. Her father, Oinomeos, the king of Pisa, disapproved of their
Such a funny word, isn't it, gay?
having once heard a prophecy
I mean, it
that he
shouldn't
would
be, but it
killed
is.
by his
It's an
son-in-law.
odd, unusual word.
Oinomeos
So when
began
people
to
say
approach
that's
his daughter's suitors
gay, it's not necessarily saying that it's homosexual and therefore it's
when he
bad,
won.
but it's that the word itself is just
Pelops was
silly.
determined
You
to
know?
win Hippodamia's heart. Before the race, he enlisted the help of
I see the discovery of social justice warrior if I'd.
horses. Pelops was able to win both the race and the hand.
Is the discovery? Sorry, I'll reread that. I read that wrong. Is the discovery tour social justice warriorified? I don't think so.
The famous race was depicted on the eastern pediment of the Temple of Zeus.
Okay, sorry, I'm talking over this and I am paying attention. I promise. I didn't do the quiz for the last one, but it didn't matter. It's trying to engage you though. That's pretty cool. I think it's useful that it tries to engage you. I don't support a team because I don't like football, but my friend supports Tottenham. Spurs.
Dedicated to Hera. It is one of the
A
oldest
high-quality team that just doesn't achieve anything in particular. It's fantastic.
590 BCE. The structure included
A London side,
sculpted
Spurs is.
images of women who won
Good old
the
London
Heraion,
side.
an athletic competition made up of running events. Every 4 years, 16 women were chosen to make a veil.
Yeah, I find it
dedicated
hilarious
to
when
Hera.
people try to make it
These
an insult and
women
get so
also organized the
pissed when I'm not
competition.
insulted. What do you
Though they
mean,
did
get
not
pissed when you're not insulted at being...
Heraion was unique for its focus
I
on
just don't understand how it's...
in
I mean, I
contrast to the
don't
male-exclusive
I mean,
Olympic Games.
I understand why people might use it as an insult, but I don't see why people would expect anyone to get offended at it. Because in the end of the day, it's just a funny sounding word. You know, it's like... Cool.
Hera was the goddess of
That
women
word has had various
marriage,
meanings throughout the years. You'll have to specify which one you're intending.
She ruled Mount Olympus as queen of the gods, along with her husband and brother Zeus.
Look at that statue.
Many mythological stories paint her as
That was
being
Origins, it was
annoyed
alright.
at Zeus's many lovers and illegitimate offspring. In Greek art, Hera is usually depicted as matronly and regal.
I'm in Rome, boys.
Wearing a crown.
Rodrigo Lopez is in Rome. Cool guy.
She is also sometimes seen holding a pomegranate, a symbol of both fertility and death. Hera's cult was very popular across Greece, and Olympia even minted her image on its coinage.
Cool, that's Hera, the cool G. But I'm here to talk about this thing. Women victors. Ah, that's cool. Was gonna bit. What word? Gay. There was one time where someone, when I was like, I think I was 15, 14, some kid passed me on the way home from school and said that I had a gay voice. And I was like, hang on a minute, what does that even mean? You know. You know, by the Red Dead Online Outlaw Pass thing? Yeah, probably. I'll probably do that before we start the stream. I mean, there was a special offer for 25 gold bars for £4.99. Or no, £4.49. And yeah, I'll do that just to see if it's worth it. Because I'll have those extra gold bars from playing the game, as I've got them as is. Would an Assassin's Creed game based during World War II have Hitler as a Templar? I don't know. I think Assassin's Creed lore with regards to World War II is complicated. But I don't think Hitler was either Assassin nor Templar. I think that's the consensus. Even get closer to Rome if they decide to make another Rome setting. But in Assassin's Creed lore, Hitler was assassinated by assassins. Like, it still made it look like a suicide and all that stuff. But he tried to take the apple to... I don't know who it was. But it was cahoots business, if you get me. But I don't think they're going to complete an Ancients trilogy at this point. Unless you consider Norse to be ancient. Rumours are saying Vikings.
It is no surprise that the largest temple in the sanctuary was the Temple of Zeus. While most temples were restricted to priests, the Temple of Zeus welcomed all who visited Olympia. This openness was most likely meant to show off the gold and ivory statue of Zeus that stood within the temple's walls. The building also featured art depicting both versions of the Olympic festival's founding myth. The eastern pediment showed a scene from the legendary race between Pelops and Oinomaos. The temple's metapiece, meanwhile, showed the 12 labors of Heracles, the other mythical founder of the games.
Okay. I'm going to nip to the loo. Don't go anywhere. I will be right back. See you shortly. First things first, I'm going to stop recording that. I'm going to make like a... I was recording it for a Raw Thoughts video, so I'm going to stop recording that while I nip to the loo. But I'll be right back. Alright, dickheads, let's get back into learning about pure history. My favourite thing in it is doing a pee. Yes, I had a fat piss, and it was lovely. It was a nice golden green... Oh, that's not good, is it? It was the brightest bronze piss that you'd never want to hear about. You're welcome. I'm here, by the way, just a bit busy. That's alright, man. I'm glad that you're here, though.
And king of the Olympians, he ruled ruled the world from his home on Mount Olympus.
So she needs to bring
Child of Cronus the
demise.
Titan, Zeus overthrew his
I bet he's asserting dominance on that
cast the
toilet. I just did.
Titans out in a great
I
battle
piss in the
known as
toilet, not vice
the
versa.
Titanomachy.
Toilet understood.
He had children of his own with his wife Hera, including Ares, Hephaestus, Hebe, and Eileithyia. He also had many children without Hera, much to her consternation. But there are too many to list here. Zeus was
What's on
believed
real?
to have control over the lives of mortals, as his many epithets attest to. For example, his title Horkios made him a keeper of oaths, while Xenios was the name conferred to him as a protector of hospitality. In
Let's
Greek
bring Dennis
art,
on the stream. He's
Zeus was
currently
usually
not here.
depicted holding
Dennis
a
is
throne
away with my
and
mother
sitting on a
on
throne,
holiday,
befitting his
camping.
position as king.
They're down southways, near Southampton, funnily enough. But that's about as close as you'll
The
get.
Temple of Zeus was home to the chryselephantine statue of Zeus, one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. The statue, made of gold, ivory, and wood, was sculpted by the renowned artist Phidias. At 13 meters tall, it was as impressive looking as it was difficult to maintain.
Fair enough.
Oil was used to protect the wood and ivory from cracking, and to prevent general decay. While the statue does not exist today, it was thankfully described by Pausanias in great detail, so its legacy lives on.
So Brian the cow. Oh, I thought it said Brian the cow. Then it says bin the corner. I don't know why I said Brian. Imagine running through the concentration camp stabbing. That would not be great for Ubisoft. I don't know. I reckon they could do a World War game at this point, but they never said it was back in Assassin's Creed 3 days. But then again, they've gone back on almost everything else that they said, so why not that too? I wouldn't necessarily like the concept, but I think it wouldn't necessarily cause controversy. And any controversy it would cause will be with people who have absolutely no credibility. Ready for the quiz?
Excellent. Let's see what you remember. Your first question is a simple one. Which goddess was Zeus's wife? Athena was the goddess of wisdom. Depending on the... Either way.
So it's Hera.
Correct! What kind of contest did Pelops win in his quest to marry Hippodamia?
A race?
Yes, Pelops won a chariot race.
Golden Green Piss, there's something with your
Final
sub-sam.
question.
Fish.
What was inscribed on the
Oh,
card
no.
found near Phidias' workshop?
World's best dad! Ah! Why are you keep calm and create one of the 7 wonders of the ancient? What is this taking the piss for, though? Like, what is it doing? Like, give me serious answers that I can have to guess about here. World's best dad, sculptor extraordinaire, keep calm and create one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. I belong to Phidias. I mean, come on. Listen here, right? What is this? A driving theory test?
Correct. Apparently, Phidias was
I wonder what happens if I selected world's best dad.
perhaps someone from the sanctuary kept stealing them. But I'm getting off track. Excellent work, friend. You are the gods with your great wisdom.
I love how it tests if you were paying attention. Well, it doesn't test if you're paying attention because you can just skip it.
Farewell for now.
It doesn't contribute to anything doing the quizzes. I've done all the tours here. Discovery sites I don't care for. Now, School of Greece, theatre. School of Greece, philosophy. School of Greece, music. The Agora of Athens, pottery in Athens. Democracy in Athens. The urban household. Let's go do that. See what kind of controversies we can kick up. Writing is 10 out of 10. Would kill myself again. This whole game is off track. World's best dad. I can't believe that was an actual option there. Like, I understand that it doesn't account for anything. It's just to make sure you're paying attention. But anyone could guess that one. Jokes being mixed when unnecessary. Typical Quebec. I'm really the one that thinks the Barnabas looks like Sylvester Stallone from the Spy Kids 3. I've come to take your rabbit. Oh no. I have a rabbit and it is lovely and nice. I don't own a rabbit. So I'm fortunate. These tours have a bit of longevity to them as well. They're not like 3 seconds like some Origins ones were.
One that won't take you to impressive landmarks or famous battle sites, but through a typical Athenian home.
I would like to begin the tour.
For an outgoing people like the Greeks, the house was a refuge of privacy.
Was it though?
They could escape from the constant demands.
This looks a bit different to an average Athenian home.
Of family life.
Yeah, this is not an average Athenian home.
We're done, and we can discuss the things you've seen. Farewell for now.
World's best dad. I wonder if this quiz will also fuck me about with silly questions. Don't have a rabbit, but you have eaten rabbit on occasion, same. I don't know if I have actually. I've had duck. Duck's great. Pass the booth.
On a courtyard. The courtyard was the house's central fixture.
On you.
It was the building's main source of daylight, and also the location of religious altars dedicated to worship. The building itself was made up of familiar accommodations.
I heard doing booth is super gay. Oh, that word is so silly. Are there any reward for completing all the tours? So I haven't been here from the beginning. There's rewards throughout the Discovery Tour for the Discovery Tour. I'm not sure about the white Icaros concept yet. If they've done that, if they've redone White Senu from Origins, but with Icaros, I'm not sure if they're going to do that, but who knows. Pericles at the deathbed of his son, oil painting by Felix Henri Giacomotti. I suppose it's Henri, not Henry, because it's European 1828 to 1909. Cool. Got to the household. Priam, king of Troy, takes refuge at the altar of Zeus. Herkios. He's attacked by an Neoptolemus before his wife Hecuba, seen from red figure amphora. Cool.
A pasta
is a dish of food that Italians invented.
Archaeological evidence from the city of Olympos.
We discover it now. Seems that way.
Pastas were added to Greek home design in the 5th century BCE.
Cool. So this is a more modern Greek home by the setting of Odyssey. Cool. I've also just acquired the brown horse, which is cool. My favourite thing so far.
About combining their work and their private lives, and many of them worked from home. Artisans like blacksmiths, sculptors, and potters often had workshops in their houses. Some even operated small stores to sell their work. Similarly, doctors were known to treat patients in special offices located in their homes. Women also worked in the house and were responsible for making textiles, as well as producing clothes and supervising weaving, which was carried out by slaves. If the household was wealthy enough, they could even produce a surplus of textiles to sell in times of financial difficulty.
Red Dead Redemption 2 in an hour. You know it's kicking off, don't you? It's going to be fascinating. We're going to have a good time. I saw a rabbit in the strip club once.
The courtyard was the nexus of the house. Functionally, it allowed air to circulate and also provided access to most of the rooms. It also sometimes housed a well or a cistern that collected rainwater. In the center of the courtyard was an altar to Zeus Herkios, who served as the protector of the household. Women would often use the space to sew and cook, while children used it as a play area. Furthermore, if the family had pets or animals, the courtyard was where they were allowed to run free.
Except in the game, they roam the streets. It's telling me about that brown horse. It really wants. It just says it in the corner every now and then. Brown horse.
bathroom was located in the back of the house. Much like today, it was used for cleaning and washing, although the Greeks used chamber pots instead of toilets. Most bathrooms had a luterion that could be filled with water for washing. Mirrors, razors, strigils, and sponges could also be found in the bathroom, along with small vases called arebaloi, which were usually filled with perfume or oil.
Imagine a rabbit dancing on a pole right now. That is not something to imagine, to be honest. Red Dead Redemption 2 therapy video, please, Fishy.
Greek homes had kitchens.
But Rockstar are
where
yet
the
to make a bad
family
game.
meals were prepared. The Greeks did not often eat meat, except during special occasions like banquets or after sacrifices. They had mainly a grain-based diet, eating staples such as bread, porridge, or a barley cake called maza. They also occasionally ate poultry, fish, and other seafood, as well as fruits, vegetables, goat milk and cheese, and olive oil. Food
They
was
ate
cooked on a
olive
tripod,
oil.
or sometimes in a klibanos, which was a
On
sort
its
of
own?
mobile oven.
Did you
Other
follow
cooking
it?
Implements included braziers, mortars and pestles,
Gaming.
a spit to hold food over a fire, platters, and frying pans. The family also used the kitchen to store food in containers called pithoi.
That's rather wonderful. Don't forget to leave a like on the stream, everybody. Let's get to 100 likes. That should be possible in theory. If everybody shared the stream as well, if you wanted to, that would be really appreciated. Fishy, you're not fishy. Fishy has a beard, phony. Oh shit, you discovered. I'm not really fishy.
They were drinking parties held
Maybe I've changed. Maybe I'm a different man. Maybe it's time for the beard to say good night. Where are you from, Fishy? A bit all over really at this point. What a fishy situation. I miss your beard, so do I, but it had to go. I sell a kidney to meet Fishy in real life, but unfortunately in Algeria there is no black market. And unfortunately your kidney's not worth very much. But that's fine.
Had philosophical discussions and played games like kotobos. Musicians, dancers, and even courtesans
Look at this
were
clipping.
often welcomed to attend as well. However, wives and daughters were always excluded.
Hang on. Why is that? You gonna give us a why? Give us a why. Hang on. Please have a why up here.
The Pyrgos, or upper stories, was the women's quarter of the house, where they could pursue their activities and observe the city without being seen themselves.
Oh.
The rooftops were also used in a special rite called the Adonia, a private celebration held in honor of...
You look younger without the beard. That's kind of what a beard does, though.
At the beginning
It
of
had to
spring,
go for a reason.
women filled terracotta pots with soil and lettuce seeds, then climbed a ladder to place the pots on the rooftop. These pots served as the women's very own Gardens of Adonis.
And here's Aspasia just chilling.
I hope you now have a better understanding of the routines and home life of the Greek people. What would you like to do next?
Die. Take the quiz.
Then let's start with a simple question. Which group of people celebrated the Adonia?
Men.
Men did have
Pets. Women.
Correct. The Adonia was celebrated by women of all stations. Let's move on to the next question. Which of the following was known as the protector of the household?
Zoot.
Yes.
Zoot
Zeus
Herikoi.
Herkios protected the
Herkios.
household, and an altar to the god usually stood in the center of the house's courtyard. On to the final question. Which of the following was not located in the bathroom?
Mirrors.
I'm afraid mirror.
Kilbarnos.
Correct. The Klivanos was a mobile oven usually found in the kitchen.
There you go.
It seems you really know your way around Greek homes.
If I got every answer wrong and then stumble upon the last answer by chance at the end, would that be it?
Farewell, wanderer, and thank you for visiting my city.
Yeah, this is all right, really, isn't it? Let's be honest. Tour completed. The urban household. I've unlocked the blacksmith. What? No. Where is my boy, the blacksmith? Yes, it's me, Mr. Blacksmith, sir. This is a blacksmith. When you want to bear eagles and be Mystios, but you're just a blacksmith. I've just fixed the colouring, haven't I? I am just a simple blacksmith. Nice tattoo on your arm. What does it mean? It's the Oblivion logo from, you know, the game Oblivion. I have the Witcher on this one. I'm not a one and done kind of guy when it comes to tattoos. I've got 3 currently. I've been considering my 4th, but I don't know if I want to get it yet. It's sort of an Oblivion gate, but it's also sort of not. It's this. I guess it's the shape of one, really, but it's the logo. Are you a fan of horror films? Not really. Hello, sir. It is me, the sweet blacksmith of Athens, here to bully you into. Can I knock him off? That sounds wrong. I'm not. I don't mean like that. I mean, can I knock him in? And apparently not. You get Red Dead Redemption 2 tattoo on your willy then. There's nothing particular. There's nothing that looks good as a tattoo from Red Dead Redemption though. That's my thought process here. Getting the logo would just be stupid because it's just the title, isn't it? It's a title card as opposed to a logo. As for the rest of it, I don't know. I just don't think. There's nothing really there that I think would look particularly nice, especially not as a tattoo. I mean, a revolver would just be controversial, wouldn't it? And I'm like, I can't be doing that. And you also have no significance, so what's the point? Street cleaning. There's Cassandra's Artemis. Kill them all, Lord Fishy. This is why I watch Fish. My profile picture. Yeah, I don't even think that would work. I like logos and things that kind of look, you know, things that look a bit more like insignia sort of deeds as opposed to anything else. I'm not getting an Assassin's Creed logo on my body, by the way. But I just like things that are a little bit raised questions as opposed to people going, oh, that's what it is, you know? People will identify Oblivion, other people won't understand. I'm like, it's nothing. Okay, well, I think that's enough of this for now, innit? What do you think of Greedfall so far? I'm enjoying it. I like Greedfall, it's great fun. Anyways, I'm going to wrap this one up. We are going to be live again, though, in just under 1 hour's time, in 50 minutes, actually, about 52 minutes, is that right? We're going to be live again with Red Dead Online, experiencing the new update. Me and Cameron are going to fire that up in a bit, and we're going to have a bit of fun with it. With any luck, Cameron will actually show up. But, you know, it's Cameron for you. He does his bits. I trust he'll do his deed. Make a tattoo of Dutch's plan. What, just Dutch's plan? Just like Dutch's plan, ... 1, money. 2, Tahiti. Nah. Can't be doing that. Because I don't like words. It'll just be a blank piece of paper. Dutch's plan. Anyways, yeah, this is the end for me. Have some rest, Fishy. Yeah, I'm going to get about 50 minutes of just chilling. Then it will be back on the horse. Anyways, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to go ahead, leave a like, subscribe, share the channel with your friends. If we can get to 100 likes, that'll be fantastic, guys. Let's see if we can do that. Let's shoot for that now. You're crazy now, you second-hand swine. Alright, guys, see you in all in a while then. Yeah, but until then, I guess I'll catch you all later. And bye-bye. Bye. Bye. Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.